Wednesday morning continues. It's 9:24, and that means it's time for a Vitality. Jackie, I feel like this is one of the first times in a while I haven't been completely exhausted. I am still losing the game on the war or battle on sleeping through the night with Estella, but we're starting to compromise a little bit, you know?
She is such a doll. I mean, she's just so cute, and yeah, you never get this time back, you know? It's like, right. But you kind of wish you got some of the sleep back.
Well, and it leads, always right into just another great segment about Vitality. And Cindy, it's great to have you here. Cindy Parish is the board secretary for Vitality, and really just another great get to know the people that make Vitality what it is, and really just like the annual dinner, Jackie, all those different lives that were saved, the impact that you made, yes. And really the generations and families that you really help connect, grow, and for some, maybe break through some of those generational cycles and truly excel. This is really just an exciting time.
It is. I'll tell you, I feel like every week I have more conversations and I hear more stories, and it just makes everything so real when you really get to have those conversations and just see how this whole organization is impacting so many lives. Yeah. I mean, it really does. It gets exciting. It does.
Well, and as we're getting into the conversation today, Cindy, take me through a little bit of your background and what brought you to Vitality.
Okay, so my name is Cindy Parish, and I live in Jerseyville, but as a child, my maiden name is Shell, and my mom would support Options Now, and I remember being involved in helping with little events there, and I was invited to a banquet after becoming an adult when it was just transitioning from Options Now to Thrive. And so that's how I began learning about what they do and how they help women in the community and help to save lives. So that's when I first started, and I went to a banquet several years, and then after it became Thrive, Kara approached me about being on the board. And so I prayed about that and asked the Lord if that's how he wanted me to be spending my time. And there was a yes to that. So I've been on the board about
amazing.
6 years, and it's been an exciting transition to Vitality. It's just gone great.
Yeah. Well, and take me through a little bit of now your role as the board secretary, because Jackie, you kind of just touched on this, but you got to have a strong board and a strong volunteer base, a lot of things to make a successful organization, and especially one that's self-funded and you're doing this on your own. The role that Cindy has is truly important.
Well, I'll tell you, and this what's so important is that when you look at and you're building a board, it really is who's going to be the leadership base that's going to help take us to the next level, and you look for those people that have those qualities, that the leaders that have a vision, that have a heart for the mission, and that really have a skill set to bring to the table. And I can't say enough about all the things that Cindy has done, and even beyond the skills in the boardroom. I mean, everything she does there is phenomenal. But I think for me, like selfishly, it's the phone calls that happen after the board meeting. It's I'm looking at things and I'm like, yeah, how are we going to do this? What are we So to be able to pick up a phone and call someone who understands the dynamics of all the things, and I'm like, okay, I'm looking for wisdom. I'm looking for, help me work through some of these issues. And to be able to have someone with that much clarity and wisdom to kind of flesh out some of the ideas and say, okay, let's talk about moving this direction and not this direction, or let's sit and pray about this. It has been such a valuable resource, and I can't say enough about everything she's been able to bring to the table. She's one of the quiet warriors that you would never suspect, that you're just like, man, I couldn't do this without her. And so it's been incredible. But yeah, I'm excited that she's a part of such an amazing team.
Really cool.
It's a good team.
Well, and Cindy, take me through your favorite aspects. I would say, or I would ask, of just being the being the board secretary, and being that really the backbone of everything. Is without an organization, and keeping everything together, and really, it'd be a hard thing to keep the ball rolling.
Sure. That might be a little lofty phrase, but so the board secretary does have an important role because they have to keep the minutes of every meeting. And the minutes are so important whenever you are a not-for-profit organization. You have to have good minutes in order to apply for grants and other things. So that's one of the key roles of the secretary. But the board, we serve like as an ambassador and also as an advocate for Vitality. And we're responsible for helping people understand in the community what it is that Vitality does, and trying to get people to see that the service that we provide is critical to their community, and try to encourage people to know what Vitality does and be willing to support it, not only financially, but maybe in hours volunteered, or just letting other people know what Vitality does and the service they provide.
100%. Well, and as we're going forward here, what excites you the most about where we're going here with Vitality, and just from what you've been able to see, especially with just your experience with the organization through the multiple kind of changes, and as it's evolved throughout the years, and now just where Vitality is currently sitting?
Well, I would say that Vitality is on some good footing right now, and also just at a kind of an exciting time and a transition, because of the way that younger people interact with the world and with the community. It's very virtual. It's on their phones. It's on their devices. I don't even want to say their computer, because they don't necessarily do desktop very much, but they're in front of a screen, and being just a brick and mortar building wasn't reaching the target audience. And so that's one of the great things that Jackie has helped Vitality do, is to really be able to reach girls and young ladies at the place where they're seeking the help. And that's been a huge change, and trying to reach out to them through social media, reach out to them through any other type of screen interaction that gets them to say, hey, this is a place where I can get the help I need. And what they find when they come to Vitality is not just help, but hope as well.
Fantastic. And as we're kind of going back into the first part of the conversation before we take a quick break here, what resonates with you personally? Because I know that you said this is a preyed upon aspect of your life. This is you put so much thought into where this was heading. Was there a moment, or just something that you saw that kind of truly was like, this kind of this hits home?
Well, when I was in college, a couple of my girlfriends faced that decision and did end up going through with an abortion. And it made me think, if their circumstances had been different, or if they had had help, would they have done something different? And so whenever I first went to a banquet, I saw that this Options Now then was being very intentional about helping women see that they have more choices. And so personally, I would say that on the board, I feel like that is a critical piece of helping young ladies see that there's some other choice out here that is more life-giving, not only for the child, but for you too.
Right. Well, and that's where I think it ties into that. We keep going back to what I do every Wednesday, is that I think so many times people make prejudgments over organizations or things, but at Vitality it truly is just providing options and saying here's truly where you're at and what we can do to help you with whatever you need, and providing the free STI testing and the free pregnancy testing, and really just providing that safe space for so many people. And really now you're adding the men's ministry portion of this in, and it really creates just a great community, and it's not about judging anybody about what decisions are made or whatnot, but it's just providing, like you said so well, it's just the options that are there, and the opportunities that can be available to everybody. And that's where it comes back to all of you too, with the baby bottle campaign. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and talk more about the baby bottle campaign. We'll get to know Cidy a little bit more and hang out in the studio. It's 9:34, a little bit of change. More Daily Show next.
This July, the fastest boats in the world take over the Mississippi. Catch the thrill of F1 powerboat racing, July 17th to 19th, Riverfront Park in Alton, Illinois. Speed, rivals, champions. This is more than a race. It's the Powerboat National, kicking off at the Meet and Greet Street Party July 17th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at Max and downtown Alton. Cold beer and live music. Alton Powerboat Nationals F1 Powerboat Racing, July 17th to 19th. Don't miss the action.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with confidence today.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
If you think you might be pregnant, you don't have to face it alone. At Vitality Women's Clinic, you'll find the care you deserve. We offer confidential, no-cost pregnancy testing, ultrasounds, and STI testing. Our team is here to listen, support you, and help you understand your options without pressure or judgment. Walk in or make an appointment today. Call 618-466-1690 or visit vitalitywomensclinic.org. Vitality Women's Clinic, clear answers. Real support.
Welcome back. 9:38, a little bit of change. It's a Wednesday. It's a Vitality Wednesday. I really, it's nice to have the Vitality Wednesdays to really...
I like them.
Me too. Cindy, do you like them?
I do.
Yeah, there we go.
Do.
We have a consensus.
They're top notch, yeah.
Look at that. We should run for office. We all can agree.
I'll tell you what, that never happens.
You know, when it goes into Vitality and getting back into this, wanted to show you guys real quick, and I've never really done this, but I want to take about a minute. Go to VitalityWomen'sClinic.org. It'll take you to this website. I'm zoomed in, as you guys know, because I can't see, but you can make there's different language settings. There's English and Spanish, and you can see the different type of options that are available, the services that are provided by clicking on the Services tab. And really just seeing what's there. And what I think is really great about this is you really bring it to the individual. You know, you don't make it difficult in a moment of crisis trying to figure out, you know, what am I going to do or how do I do it?
Yeah.
Or if I'm even, you know, I'm pregnant, did I get an accurate test that was, you know, the right thing? It's really great that you can provide those services, and it's online, vitalitywomensclinic.org/services. To find out more, you can book your appointment online, and also they do have a chat assistant too, so you don't have to even pick up the phone if you don't want to get some more questions about the website. That's great.
I'll tell you, we try to make it as easy as possible because we know that there are so many barriers to entry, and if we can just remove any obstacles, we want. And we've even had girls that have said, "Hey, I have an appointment. and I don't have transportation to get there. And so we'll find a way. Like we have a bus route that goes right in front of the clinic. We have partnerships that we're working on to provide transportation. So if you have any concerns, call us and we'll get the appointment set and we'll do everything we can to get you to come see us.
Fantastic. And if you're out there and able to, remember Uncle Sam loves you when you donate to Vitality, because 501c3 nonprofit status. You can go to vitalityspeaks.net. That is the more of the community impact form of Vitality's arm, and you can click on Donate Now, and that'll take you to their secure give page, and you can do a one-time, or I'm telling you, the monthly ones really add up. Those monthly recurrings are great.
It does. And we've had some growth on the monthly donors, but
Fantastic.
Even just introducing in this last year, we've had 2 new giving programs where we have the 1994 Society, and then we also have the President's Circle. And so we have limited entries into those, but that puts you in a category of being at a certain level of giving, that there's other things that come with that. So if you're interested in learning more, and I get the question, why the 1994 Society? And it was because we were actually founded in 1994. So if you give $1,994, it puts you in that society, and just call me and we can talk about what that means. So
fantastic. As we're getting back in to the conversation a little more, Cindy, has there been a story or two that you've either witnessed yourself at Vitality, or you've just been able to witness from the annual dinners, or hearing some of the stories that really kind of give you more of the wind in your sail to keep going on with Vitality?
Mm-hmm. There was 2 stories at the annual dinner that were really still stick in my mind. And one was from our guest speaker. His name's Pastor Mark, and his son, he adopted a young man, and he didn't know that this young man was an Options Now baby, or a Vitality baby, and that when they were going through some of his personal effects later on in life, his wife was going through, they found that he was the poster child that year for the clinic. And that's when Mark shared that this is why I support so heartedly Vitality, is because I wouldn't even have my own son if it hadn't been available for the mom of my son. So that's very impactful. It's those success stories that motivate people to want to stay on mission and to give. And then the other story, I would say, this is a personal thing too. I think every person, at least in the United States, is probably only 1 or 2 relationships away from knowing someone who has had to face this crisis moment and decide, am I going to choose life or choose death? And the story that Shannon told at the banquet was that she was out trying to raise funds for our Jingle and Bid campaign, and she was at a store asking them to donate a good that we could auction off. And one of the girls in the store came up to her later and said, I want to give personally. How can I do that? And she said, oh, that'd be awesome. How would, what's your interest? Why would you want to do that? And she goes, because I was once a patient at the clinic. And so we underestimate how just our being an advocate for Vitality can affect other people and draw them in. And also how Vitality and the services that we provide help just the person next door.
Yeah. Well, and that really is such a great lead in too, because all this is really funded right here in the region, and right here in the community, and that hyper local approach, because it truly takes a village, so many times to raise a child and also to raise an adult, and I just think it's really, there's so many things that are to be excited about, and just to know too that for the public that you aren't going to be judged when you walk in. If at the end of the day you decide to make a decision, whatever decision it is, to know you're just going to be loved on and supported, and especially a time when you need it the most. And I think that that's really the biggest takeaway of everything that we do on Wednesdays is, that there's all these different options and everything's available, but this is truly a place you can go and know, hey, if you make a decision, just know that we're here to support you, and if you need to come back, if something ever happens again, the door's wide open for you to come back in and go through that. And I think that it's just so beautiful. It really is just such a great story to tell. That leads into how we can help. As I said earlier, Uncle Sam loves donating, but also You got so much pocket change in that car and drawer that just needs to go right into a baby bottle. And what a heck of a spokesperson right there on the...
I'll tell you what.
He's a cutie.
He's so cute. It's the bright blue eyes. You
There
know,
you
it's
go.
like, how can you not want to support this cute little baby?
So how is it going right now with the old baby bottle?
I'll tell you what, I am so excited because we got these new bottles that were, we were like, it's an investment. It did cost us we went ahead, but we invested in getting 2,400 new bottles. And we like, this is great. We'll be able to, fulfill all the bottles that we've handed out in the past. But I was not expecting additional churches and additional community members to want to get new bottles. So we very quickly ran out of the 2,400 bottles. We had to go into our reserves and pull from last year. And so a lot of, we passed out over 3,000 bottles across our community. And then we've got these big ones. I've been carrying these everywhere because they are a conversation starter. I heard somebody the other day call them like the baby Huey bottle. I don't know if anybody remembers that cartoon. But it was, so now this is officially the baby Huey bottle. And so we've had businesses ask for them, and we've been passing them out. And it really is, when you think about how much change you can fill even just a standard baby bottle. I mean, we'll take the pennies. It's incredible what a million small things coming together will do. I actually saw an article just the other day of a student who went to all of his friends, or he sent out messages, I think it was to 1.8 million people, and asked for a penny. And he was able to pay his whole college tuition.
Oh, wow.
And that's how he got into college. It was like, so you think about that effort of everybody giving, give us your pennies, give us your loose change, give us your, we'll take the dollars and the checks too, those are, and if you don't have it, scan the QR code and send something digitally. We want to reach everybody where we can, but it's incredible when people think they don't have enough to give, but everybody gives a little something, how that will add up and compound.
St. Francis Holy Ghost, did that and then some. I mean, what is that, $21,000?
21,000. And
it's incredible. I remember that off the top. Well, that's how much money they raised. I mean, when you're doing that and really able to contribute, I mean, that large of a sum, it really kind of inspires everyone else to do the same thing too.
Right.
And what I love about that story so much was that it was all the kids. You had probably over 40 kids come together. Yeah. They didn't do one big project. They all did a little something that they were gifted and talented to do. And they said, I can contribute this, and all of the efforts coming together. Yeah. I mean, that blew me away. Yeah. It's so inspiring. Like how can we inspire all the young people in our community to pour into and learn the power of giving back, and to learn how to pour into something that they believe in and see change for good.
Sure. Yeah. Well, nice change for good. Change. That's good.
I didn't even pick that scene.
I think there's so many ways to do it. I mean, I don't know where I know that you were getting pretty close. I mean, 70,000 or something? I think you can do 100,000.
I would agree. Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Goal.
Okay. So challenge accepted. So we're going to put this out to the community. Yep. Can we reach CJ's goal of $100,000 through these baby bottles? Tell your friends.
You got change in your car.
We do. We have there's more than enough time. We got how many days?
Till Father's Day.
We have 18 days till Father's Day, and you're close enough. I mean, St. Francis did a big job in helping us get through that, and then now, I mean, we're close. How much more do we need to go, do you think?
I would say, we got to go at least 80,000 more. And, that's... but no, I know they're still collecting. So we've had some that have started dropping off some of the bottles. We'll collect most of them right after Father's Day. But man, I love that idea of
100,000.
100,000.
I think we can do it.
I think we can do it. I think we can absolutely do it.
Did you get all of these dropped off, or like all of them accounted for and everything?
I have several of so the 3,000 are out in the community. I've had about, only about 50 bottles have come back in. Oh, wow. So we're waiting a lot of them will collect them all on the day of. Yeah. And some will collect them and then bring us in one lump check for their community organization.
But if they don't have a bottle, they can just scan the code and
donate.
Still donate.
Yep.
I love this. You guys make it easy, and we'll link the ways that you can do so online. But if you see a baby bottle out there, we need to I'm telling you, if every bar in the Riverbend area, not even just all, but the entire Riverbend, just threw a baby bottle out there, it'd be full in 3 days.
Wow.
I love the challenge.
That's a great challenge.
I think so. You get, I mean, beers always ends in 50 cents. So you
Oh, that's
always
true.
you know.
You put the change in the bottle. I like it.
If they call, I will deliver a bottle today.
Collaboration
yes.
on all fronts. I love
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, that's how you do it. And we're going to hit $100,000. I'm telling you, last year, I want to be a part of 2 campaigns community-wide this year that are 100,000 plus, and I think I'm going to do it.
All right.
I think so. Let's baby
We
bottles
want you
right
to do
here.
it too. Yes.
$9.50. We'll link ways that you can do it, or if someone just wants to write a check right now for $10,000 to get us a little bit more
Yes,
of
we
the
like
till
that.
going. That's fine too. VitalityWomen'sClinic.org, VitalitySpeaks.net, and we'll have more next week with Vitality. Cindy, nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Taking a quick break. We'll come back with more next.
This